We're taping this course in San Francisco, and the streets are really confusing. Lots of dead ends, lots of construction, lots of hills, and it's been taking me a really long time to get to the studio. But here's something cool about San Francisco. The people are also really friendly. So actually, yesterday, I met this guy, really nice, on the street who showed me a shortcut to get to the studio. And now I don't have to worry about all that time and all that anxiety that I had before. So how does this relate to the math? Well, on the math, hopefully, you'll watch the episodes, you'll feel really good about your skills, and you can just feel comfortable with the questions and nail them. But what if you're not sure? Well, in this episode, we're going to take a look at some good shortcuts, some kind of backdoor strategies for when you're really not sure about what the question is asking, or if you just want to answer it more quickly. We're going to talk about, first, pacing strategies, so you can pace yourself, then problem-solving strategies, and last, guessing strategies. Let's get started talking about some math pacing strategies. First, some general strategies. Answer the easy questions first. On the ACT Math, the questions are not in any order of difficulty. They're completely mixed up. So you're going to have some easy questions at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. And you want to make sure you hit those easy questions at the end. Because remember, all questions are worth the same amount of points. So I recommend making 2 sweeps through your math section. First, go through and answer all the easy questions and all the ones that you feel pretty good about. And then leave the ones that are a little more difficult, or even the ones that you know you can do, but they'll just take longer, leave them for last. And then make a second sweep and see if you can tackle those. Next, use your target score to determine pacing. This is actually a really, really cool thing about ACT Math. The curve is awesome. You can get a third wrong on the test and still get a really good score. We say like you can get a D+ on the math. So for example, if I got a third wrong, that's 20 out of the 60 wrong, I would still end up with a 25 on the math, which is about an 80th percentile score. Pretty cool. So you can get 20 out of 60 wrong. That's awesome. So if you're aiming for a score like that, you might want to slow yourself down a little bit and feel really confident. You can spend enough time on the ones that you know you can nail, as long as you spend enough time making sure they're right. And then don't feel so bad just guessing on the ones that you don't feel so great about. And hopefully you'll still do really, really well. On to sneaky problem-solving strategies. Here's the first one. Use your calculator. Now, it's actually a lot better than it sounds. You're thinking, that's not that interesting. It is. Here's something really neat. On your TI calculator, there's a place for programs, and there are actually a lot of programs you can download that will do some of the work for you, so you don't actually have to waste your time doing it on the ACT. So I'm not going to belabor this now, but look at your bonus materials where I'll have a list and some links for programs you can download, things like Quad, to solve quadratic equations, which we'll get to when we talk about intermediate algebra. Okay, next, let's talk about another great problem-solving strategy, choosing your own numbers. So you can do this, choosing your own numbers and plugging them into the problem, when you have variables in the questions or in the answer choices, or a completely different time if you're given a problem involving percents and no starting value. So let me show you some examples so you see this in practice. Here we go. We have a problem that looks like this. Which of the following equations expresses z in terms of x for all real numbers x, y, and z such that x cubed is y and y squared is z? Students often see this and they think, oh my gosh, there's a lot of